Hey guys, I doubt you can see me. I have no idea what's happening. I keep selecting my default webcam and it just stays black. Black screen. I don't know what's going on. Can we at least hear me today? I think it was was it the last live stream or the one before where you couldn't hear me? You could see me, but you couldn't hear me, but now you can't see me. I might have to completely exit out. Let's see. There was just a way you could like switch cameras while you're live. That would save me so much time. I just don't know that there is. Let me just go to settings. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to figure something out here. Cancel that. Let's see. Yeah, not seeing anything. Can you guys see me? I can't see me, but can you see me? I'm hearing there she is, or seeing there she is. I am not seeing a darn thing, and that might be interesting. Oh, you can. Weird. Let me just show you what I'm seeing, because I have no idea, and it's never done this before. I'll just take a picture of the screen. My God. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say my whole phone will not let me do anything. Now this is acting weird. I mean, at least you guys can see me. That's more important. I'll just try when we're doing cards and stuff to hold it up, so you can see and hope that you can see without the feedback that I get from the mirror image of me being able to see the camera. So sorry. I'm glad you can see and hear me because I cannot see myself on here. And I would show you, but look. And I've been going through, let's see. Oh, let me see. No, it won't let me. I've been going through here and deleting pictures because I'm so out of space. I deleted a whole bunch of text conversations, pictures, videos, especially like in text messages and stuff like that. And I freed up like a whole gig of space, but it's still acting like it can't do anything. It's still telling me, like when I go to take a picture or even just turn the camera on, oh, it's full. But no, it shouldn't be. I've restarted the phone at no less than 4 different times today because I'll be trying to listen to my audiobook or something, and then I'll just get this black screen with a spinning wheel. So of course it makes sense that I can't see myself on here. And it's interesting because announcement time, I had a comment come in, and okay, so back up. So as a generator in human design, the whole premise of me doing what I do is to be invited or accepting an invitation to begin something or do something or create something. It's when that I just decide, oh, I want to make this happen and try to put it out there, it's just not received. But when you're invited and then you show up as a generator, generators only, maybe even manifesting generators, but that's slightly different energy than what I'm talking about for me. When I'm invited, the energy's in free flow. So I got a comment from somebody on the Done Creative that's like, I just discovered your channel. I really love these intuition exercises. I'm just like flying through them. I hope you still do them. If not, consider doing more or something like that. And I'm like, maybe I could do that. I mean, the editing involved and the video usually are under 3 minutes. I could probably squeeze that into my schedule. Of course, not until baseball's over because we're just barely hanging on right now. But, going into the summer, I thought even if it's just a handful of people, and I even made a post over on my community tab on the Done Creative. So if you can even just go at any point today, if you're on a computer, you might have to go right to my page, but just go over to the community tab either on your phone or on the computer and let me know with a thumbs up or even just a comment or both would really help engagement to let that algorithm know, hey, oh, wow, she's serious. She's coming back. Okay. I still have work to do on Saturday. I have a reversal spell candle ready to go to block any entities, AI, algorithms, interference, people's evil eye, you know, just cover all my bases on all of my YouTube channels. That would include this one, that would include the Done Creative. And if I'm not seeing it completely done with that, I might do one just specifically for the Done Creative, one just specifically also for this channel, just to clear the energy first and foremost. And then I have a bulletproof protection candle that I'm gonna light. And of course, Saturday's a really good day. Saturday. It's about removing obstacles, blockages. It's about protection and, you know, making changes stick. And also Tuesday would be a good day to do any kind of spell work in removing obstacles, anything with conflict, chaos, because it's ruled by Mars. Tuesday is Mars Day. Yeah, so that's my plan. First with my homemade reversal spell candle. This is just a general reversal spell candle that can work for any purpose. And holy cow, the few that I've done of these for very specific things, speechless. I mean, speechless. They work so good, and I really do need to specifically target my own YouTube presence and channels and all of the videos that are in existence or ever will exist from my creation for that. So that's my plan for that. And another thing, while I was deleting all the things, I found this screenshot. So I can't give credit to anybody. There's no stamp of who created this. Yeah, like anti-shadow ban candle, right, Brandy Lynn? I love it. But I thought I would speak this aloud for all of us that want to benefit from this kind of setting of an intention. And I'll, of course, show it when I'm done so you guys can screenshot it. You'll have to let me know if it's in view or not because I can't see a thing. But it says, I call back my power and energy from all corners, people, places, and situations that have been draining, siphoning, or stealing from me consciously or subconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally, from all realms, worlds, and directions of time. I am safe, sovereign, and protected. So shall it be. Okay, so just let me know if I'm not getting that to where you can see it to screenshot for those that want to. And this could be something that you just repeat to yourself daily, weekly, monthly, or hourly. Some of us that are feeling like we're, it's a thing. When you're not getting these attacks or feeling targeted in any way, you kind of let your defenses lapse a little bit, which I have done. Raise your hand if you've ever done that. Yes, I've done that. I've been doing that. This is just letting me know, okay, time to brush back up, get the dust off of all of my intentions for protection specifically, do some cleansing, get my frankincense smoke on again in here. And of course, my intentions that I'm going to do Saturday. I might also do a candle spell on Sunday just to bring vitality and not so much abundance, but just the wealth of health and happiness and vitality. Vitality is a very Sunday energy. Get it? Sun ruled by Sunday, or Sunday ruled by sun. Let me do some shout outs, and then I'm going to let you guys know what this new deck is all about. Birthday gift from a friend of mine, from a friend of hers that created this deck. The Divination Corner with a K, 444. I know for sure she's on Instagram. I don't know that she's on YouTube or anything like that. But I've done a reading for this gal, and she's so lovely. And she even, after having her reading with me, made a few adjustments to this deck before placing the order. And my friend, Jessa, our mutual friend, bought this for me for my birthday from her. So, and bought for her a reading from me. So the most supportive friend I think out there is my friend Jessa. She's always supporting all her coven members and me. Someone I've known her since she was 8 and I was 12. So she's just the most supportive and sweet and amazing friend. So let me do some shout outs, and then we're going to this is the Mystical Timing Oracle. And again, if you want to know where, she's definitely on TikTok. I see the TikTok symbol, but I'm pretty sure she's also on Instagram. The Divination Corner 444, corner with a K for those. And I hope you can see it. But this is the Mystical Timing Oracle. So for our pick a card style readings today, I'm going to do pile 1, pile 2. And what I want for each of you to do is to think of a timing related question. Like, when will this happen? Or when should I expect this? Make it your own. And of course, keep that tucked in your mind. Or if you do want to post that question in the chat for all to see, that's cool too. And of course, if I see any of your questions and, the cards are lining up, I can give some of you specific guidance if I see it. Yeah. So that'll be kind of how our, our pick a card section runs today. Thus far, we don't have any donations. And let's see, is there anything else I was going to say? I don't know. Probably. I'm just forgetting because my camera went off the rails. For those of you that are just joining us, I could not see at all myself on the screen. I still can't. I can see the live and that we've been live 10 minutes, but I cannot at all see my camera. So that's fun and interesting today. Interesting turn of events that have, once again, just never happened. But my channels are under attack, and I do need to get to the root. I know, intuitively, I know one specific person or very small group that kind of has me targeted. And of course, it's entities working through these people. It's not these people's decision to do these things, but that's really all I'll say about it. But this is an energy I've been having to clear for the last 2+ years, daily, weekly, monthly, just for my personal life. And it's also completely derailed and even affected a lot of my business stuff. And I just have to, I just saw a crow come up. I got chills. I just saw a crow come up. They like to land at the peak of my roof here, and it just swooped in, like that protection. I know some people get a bad vibe from crows, but I never have, and I never do. So to me, they're so protective. They are tricky, but in a fun way. I love it. You can even become friends with crows and leave them little shiny gifts, and they'll in turn bring you stuff. It's really cute. It's really fun. So let me go back to the beginning here, and I'm going to do some shout outs, say hi to everybody who's here. And then we're going to pull the 2 cards for the 2 pick a card piles, so to speak. Of course, we're doing it live, so you'll get to see, pile 1, pile 2. You can already start kind of tuning in. Am I going to be pile 1 or pile 2? Because I'm just going to show you the back of the card, not, the front with the timing, and have a timing related question in mind. But let me do some shout outs real quick. So Amber Ninen is here. Hello, Brittany Lynn. Hello. Luminous is here joining us today. Welcome. Dorothy Collins. Hi. Hello. Marlene is here. Hi. Amber A. And Damini is here. Brianna. Michelle. Brianna. Yes, I said Brianna. Beautiful Jupiter transit it has been. Yes. And for those that follow Vedic astrology, Jupiter just went into Taurus, but for Western astrology lovers, it's been in Taurus a hot minute. So we've got that going for us. Jupiter in Taurus is always such a grounding yet expansive energy, and it's really good for manifesting in the material world because Taurus is such a prosperous earth sign. To have the planet of prosperity and abundance in Taurus, like natally, these are some, usually, not always, because other placements may apply, really prosperous and abundant people. I'd say the one drawback or holdback is, just watch how much you're consuming, not just with food and drink, but also, overconsumption can be a thing when Jupiter is in Taurus as well, because it expands the luxuries in life, which can also, when we have to purchase material things, we can go into debt if we're not careful. So we got to be real careful. But at the same time, there can be some really beautiful, unexpected wealth or resources or abundance coming to us that we don't even expect, or stuff we've been waiting for will finally come to fruition, which, fingers crossed, that's a really good, fun thing. Yes, let's see who else is here. Divyansha, welcome. Domini, I think I said that. Hello. Florence B, welcome. Let's see. And Amber just sent me a few texts. Let's see if this is something I'm to read out loud. Okay, so, ooh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love the heart. I see a heart. That's the only thing I see thus far. Technically, I don't see anything, but if I click here, random. Okay, there it is. Oh, okay. I love it. Oh, I love those. Those are so cool. Yes, I say big thumbs up. Yes, love it. Oh, you have to varnish the tea light holder. Oh, thank you so much. So sweet. And I have your candles made, Amber. I just don't have the finishing touches put on them quite yet. But I will show you another candle, a couple other candles I've been working on. Of course, I think I've already showed you my road opener candle. This is kind of my classic road opener candle. Classic, like I've been doing this a long time. Since the second, this is the third batch of road opener candles I've made. And by batch, I mean 2 candles each time. So like, we're playing small leagues here. But this is, again, I don't know if you can see it or if it's even in focus or completely off the camera because I can't see anything on the camera. But this is the road opener. And the one, see, trying to get it going. Okay, so this classic design or style of the road opener smells like, it's called Golden Hour. The scent is called Golden Hour. It smells like a very high-end sunscreen. There's a hint of coconut. It's not like that heavily processed coconut scent, but there's just, it's like the smell of your skin after you've been out in the sun a long time during that day and it's warm and it's earthy, yet just atmospheric. I don't know the best way to describe it, but I love it. And it just feels like fresh, clean scent to, clear those obstacles and open the road before you. So Amber, if you like that style, I can totally send that style. Yes. Let's see. Oh, you're so sweet. Yes. So I'm going to put the finishing touches on your candle this weekend, Amber. And then I hope to get them mailed out sometime this following week. That's my plan. Yeah, whatever's your highest and greatest good. Okay, I will. They've been on my kind of altar and charging station down in my living room by my table, but like in the living room on the other side of the table. I have this cool little setup. I'll have to take a picture and show you guys where I kind of charge and set the intentions for all the candles that people purchase from me. It's like the most high vibe and fun place in my house. I just like to walk by and stare at it because it feels so good. I love it so much right there. It's probably my favorite place in the house, even though it's not like super fancy. It's just, I've created such a protective space around this table that I work at and set things on. It's kind of like an altar per se, but I love that place in my house so much. It's just like, it's a safe space for everything that I'm creating. So that's where I do a lot of my own spell work as well. And it's just worked really well. And I'm going to continue that. Yeah. So I think I've shouted everybody out who's here that I see anyway, unless you haven't said hi. If you're just kind of lurking or in the shadows, hi, hello, welcome. So let's get into, from the Divination Corner's Mystical Timing Oracle for pile 1. And of course, I'm not going to show you what the timing is just yet. If you want to post your timing question in the chat, feel free. If you just want to keep it close to the chest and not speak it out or type it out, that's fine too. But of course, again, if I see your question in the chat, I might have some additional guidance because I'm seeing the question. I mean, usually the additional guidance will come through anyway, but who knows? So think of a timing related question. We're going to pull pile 1. So first think of your question, then select a pile 1 or pile 2. All right. Ooh, pile 1 and 2. Oh, no, that's 3 cards. We're going to keep going. Ooh. And let me just say, I love the cardstock of this. It's kind of like a linen texture, and it's very slidey, but not in a bad way. And it's almost, it's like shiny, but also matte at the same time. I don't even know how to explain it, but probably the coolest cardstock. So highly recommend 10 out of 10 this timing deck from the Divination Corner, which was a birthday gift from me, from my friend Jessa, from her friend Christine, the Divination Corner. All right, so pile 1. Think of your question, pile 1. Okay, I'm going to just set it down, and then pile 2. Okay, here it is. The one that landed face up. Okay, so pile 1. And I don't know if these are backwards for you. I can't see a thing. Pile 1, pile 2. Pile 1, pile 2. And again, have a timing question. When will XYZ? And if you're getting a sense of both of them merging, like Amber is getting here, that's okay. That's totally okay. So pile 1, we're going to start with you. Pile 2, we will hold you off for a moment, about a moment. So pile 1, the timing of the question you have asked for, we have October, Samhain, and Halloween, and we have facing and releasing fears. So this might be something you are doing to get you whatever it is you're asking about by this time frame. If this just seems way too far away for what it is you're trying to create, manifest, have come into your life, then guess what? You can shift and change the timeline to make it closer in time to you than this. This is not set in stone. And the same could be said for those who are just sitting around waiting for this to happen. If you're not making decisive action and setting these intentions and actually taking action toward whatever it is you're asking about, then this may be longer of a time. Same will apply to you, group 2, but we'll get there. But the same, if you're asking about something that's completely outside your control, you have, you're not a co-creator with reality to make this thing happen, then this is your direct timing here. So there you go. Now let's get some cards, some guidance just surrounding whatever question each person who selected pile 1 has in store. Pile 1, when will Michelle find a job? Well, October, which seems very far away. And then timing to get that financial independence that I so deserve. Amber, you have October. And of course, this can be of any year. This is just the time of year or timing. But because we still have yet to experience October in this calendar year, I'd say for many of you, it's most likely going to be this year, 2024. All right, what else does group 1 need to know about the timing of the thing they've asked about? October is 10 and all about completion, and I have an interview today that is about facing my fears and pushing aside my limiting beliefs. I deserve this job. It is my birthright at this point. I love it, Brianna. Yes, claim it. Claim it. All right. What else do you guys need to know? The nurturer, the empress. Yes, again, this is about nurturing whatever you're asking about. For those of you that it is in your control, for those of you that this is not in your control, the timing of whatever this is you're asking about, just you setting that intention and holding space for this thing to manifest or be created or come into your life or whatever it is you're doing. That's that womb energy of the Empress. Again, I hope you can see it because I cannot, there's no camera on my screen today for the first time ever. I don't know what's going on, but there it is. We're not even in any kind of Mercury retrograde, but there you go. But yes, this is really about facing and releasing fears to be able to make this thing happen for yourself and knowing that you yourself, whether you're male or female or anything in between, have the power to manifest whatever it is that you are hoping to manifest. All right. Any other guidance or information, wisdom for pile 1? Dreamer of Tomes, which is the, I want to say Page of Pentacles. Pretty sure. Let me just double check. Yes, because it was the knights were, oh gosh, sorry you guys. I want to make sure. Yes, Explorer were knights. Okay, so I knew it was either between Dreamer or Explorer. Yes, okay. So Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is a brand new beginning. But I love to see this combination with the Empress and the Page of Pentacles because it is about planting that seed. Well, if you have sperm and egg meet and you just try to release it out into the world as a embryo, it's never going to do what it needs to do. It needs that womb space, that time under the ground that the seed is planted for it to be able to be nourished. And I just heard neutralized. There might be threats in the external reality or old timelines collapsing that are being neutralized while you allow this dream, this wish, this goal, whatever this is for you, to manifest. And that might be this incubation time. This is about, 5 months out? That's not really that long. So some of you may have already been doing some work toward whatever it is you're asking about. And for those of you that are, this is outside your control, there's work being done, to neutralize certain obstacles or blockages to make this dream a reality. All right, closing argument, closing statement for group number 1 on the timing question. The diviner with the high priestess. Oh my goodness. Yes. This is really about using those spiritual abilities, gifts, bringing in the light of your true spirit to, again, slough off, peel rather than heal, peel away anything that is not serving you in this regard, or even just standing in your way in general. But whatever you were asking about, October, around Samhain, Halloween time, this thing will manifest for you. All right. Group 2, we're going to get into it for you very soon here. Group 2. Group 2. All right. Put group 1 away. And then I did see we had one kind of question posted for group. Oh my God, just came to me. Brianna mentioned 10. Kashvi turns 10 this October. Wow, you cannot make this up. Oh, I love it. So cool. I said 1, but it was actually 2 on the screen. Ah, I hear you, Spirit. Oh, that's funny. I love it. I've been doing the womb detox for the past 3 days. The Empress. And I feel that I'm birthing my old dead fetus of limiting beliefs. I love that. I love that. And then with that divine, or that high priestess energy, that's the divine feminine coming in to assist your physical feminine. I mean, so supportive, such supportive energy from your own spirit, specifically with that divine feminine energy coming in for group 1. All right, group 2, are you ready? Are you ready to know the timing of what's going on for you? Amanda F says, I've applied. When will I start working? So we have here for pile 2, the timing is when you're truly happy. So this can be a week from now, a month from now, a day from now, depending on when you're truly feeling happy. So you're going to have to be the ones that select pile 2 to really interpret what this means for you specifically. And again, I hope you can see it. I don't even know. I can't see it on my screen. But let's just see what else you need to know about the timing question you have, about creating it, manifesting it, or, it being outside your control. If it is, it looks like you being happy with the life you're already leading will help bring this manifestation or goal or desire or whatever it is you're asking the timing for into alignment for you when you are truly happy. So really, you actually have a lot of control here that you're not even knowing about. But there may be something that's in the process of falling, or we kind of have that Emperor energy on the back of the deck here. But look at the major arcana we've gotten in both groups. The Empress and High Priestess with group 1. And now we have the Founder, or in this deck, it is the the Emperor, and then the Tower. This is major stuff. But as something ends, crumbles away, falls away, and again, kind of going with Brianna's question there, just allowing those own limiting beliefs to crumble away. That's a Tower moment. So Tower moments don't always have to be these gloom and doom, big productions in our lives that feel like we're dying. They don't have to be that way, especially when we detonate our own towers. We decide to catalyze or initiate that release of our own whatever it is, purging our homes, purging our emotions, purging. There's a lot of purging going on for you in group 2. But at the heart of that is you being able to be more in control, Emperor about control, but it's also about success, being successful with whatever it is you're asking about. As you allow the old to crumble and fumble away, and then when you're truly happy, you will start to see whatever it is you're asking about come into your life, come to fruition. Feels like we've done group 2's question much faster for some reason. All right, group 2, anything else they need to know about the timing question they had? The Star! You guys can't make this up. 3 major arcanas for you. Wow. So dream it, believe it, achieve it. And that's something that's talked about in my book as kind of a funny thing. Just spoiler alerts. I mean, not that most of you will remember this by the time book 2 comes out, but there's this school assembly. And this guy is like totally over the top. He's like the banner at the back, like backstop for this assembly. He's like, dream it, believe it, achieve it. This is what this reminds me of here. But it's about taking that action. This is about being more in the masculine energy, where group 1 was more about being in the feminine energy. Those of you that selected both piles, it's about the balancing of divine masculine, divine feminine, because look at this. We have the Emperor and the Empress in both. So it makes sense for those of you that were drawn to both decks or both piles, why that would be, because there's a balance taking place, or that needs to take place to bring this happiness in, to bring this fulfillment, recognition, reward, and abundance, healing, or as I like to now call it, peeling, coming in for you with group 2 in regards to the question you're asking about. So, wow, Big stuff. Big, good stuff coming in for both groups. Oh, you got Empress as well. Mine was pregnant and looked like she was about to deliver. Oh my goodness. We're dropping cards. All right, make sure everything's the right way here. Okay. Got crumbs on me from breakfast still. Embarrassing. Let's see. Make sure I'm up to date here on your start working anytime you're ready. Yes, I love it. 27th of May came to me on my birthday, completion of a solar year and starting another. Yes, I love it. Have so-called ascension flu, fever, body ache, and cannot move. A little bit of allergy, insomnia, yeah, very sleepy. Oh, let me show you guys pictures of the aurora above my house. You guys. I live in town, a town of, I don't know, I think the whole county is close to 100,000 people. So there's a lot of light pollution, even where I live, kind of at the edge of town. I'm not out in some rural district or anything. I'm like a half mile from Walmart. So above my house, and I hope you guys can see this. Let me bring it up a notch. These are the auroras from Montana on Friday night. That's 1. That's 2. 3. And they were just absolutely mesmerizing and majestic and beautiful. But all that being said, the magnetosphere is so thin. It's so thin that these energies are reaching us. Whether you look at it as a good thing, a bad thing, I really felt great energy with it. I mean, that's with light pollution. If I could have driven out into the mountains, holy cow, I would have gotten beautiful images of what was going on. But the top biggest, okay, so I might be wrong on the sizes, so I'm not even going to try to remember what sizes they were. But the top 4 out of 5, yes, I did not do any spell work during that. I probably should have, but it to me felt more like a receptive thing to just be and allow, which is interesting because if I had known, and I had heard that the M-class flares and X flares were like off the chain that day. And I think there were 9 different ones released within so many hours, which is, I mean, I think it was in 2021? We had 9 all year. We had 9 on Friday. And again, check my numbers because I'm not sure I'm 100%, but I know it was close to 9. Yeah, and then 3 X flares today. So you may, if you're in the northern, well, they were seeing people as south as like even parts of Hawaii were seeing pink in the sky. So there's a lot going on. I don't know, Amber, if you saw Raylene's live stream, but yeah, she's in Montana as well right now, and she got a bunch of really amazing pictures as well. And yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah, 15 total in a week. And there would be years and years, even before like 2012, we may get one every few years or something like that. Like they were, but what it reminds me of, holy cow, I'm just getting this download right now. It's like those, I got chills now. Oh my gosh, listen up. This must mean something. I didn't even know this until just now, just came right in. It's like contractions. Maybe, weeks before you get those Braxton Hicks, just randomly, maybe one a day here, one a day there. But then as you get closer to that labor, they start to become more intense. You saw those pictures, right? More intense and closer together, multiples in a day. Something's about to give. Something's about to happen here. But I don't see it as this big nefarious, like, oh my God, pole shift. And okay, yes, maybe. But to me, it feels more energetic. There's like a big energetic shift coming in. I got chills again, guys. Something big's going on. I can feel it. And I almost just do feel in many ways, just in my life, just being in this flow state and just being open. Yes, of course, dealing with your cleansing and clearing and your protection as well. But being open to anything that is in your benefit at this time is really powerful. And even if you as a ego, as a human, as a, whatever we want to call ourselves here, don't feel open to certain energies. If your spirit is ready for you to receive those energies, you'll receive them anyway. So don't feel you're doing anything wrong if you're not tuning in or paying any kind of attention. you're still benefiting. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. Chills about the lady about to deliver. Yeah, getting so many downloads and chills. Yeah, I gotta moisturize my hands a little bit. They feel dry all of a sudden. I don't know why. It's so weird. In Southern California, and I've never seen anything in the sky like that. It's so cool. So I've seen the auroras here in Montana. I would have had many more opportunities throughout my life to see them more recently, because they have been around more recently, but I'm usually not out and about in like after it's dark. I'm usually not out and about much, but we were just driving around town and stuff, and it happened to like get out of the car, and I'm like, whoa, look up there. Oh my God. I was so excited. I felt like a little kid on Christmas. Like, it was the coolest thing ever. And yes, I knew there were some big X-class flares released that day, but for some weird reason, I didn't think that they would register this south. I mean, not that I'm, I'm pretty north as far as the US goes. I'm almost as north as you can get, but I mean, I'm not up in near Norway or Sweden or, those parts of Canada and Greenland and Iceland that see this stuff a lot more often. I have seen them with my naked eye 2 other times in my whole life. One when I was around 21, 22. Another one was, I want to say 2017, but it was real faint. It was nothing like this. And again, I'll show the pictures for those of you just joining us. It was nothing like this. And again, I hope you can see it, because I don't even know if I'm good or what. And I live in a city, so like I guess I have mountains surrounding me out that way. Don't know that you can see these exactly, but and they were just I'm almost like hypnotizing, but not in like a creepy way, not in a bad way. It was just almost like you just connected with it. I don't know the right words, but yeah, I'll just show you. Like, I'm in a decently sized city, Missoula, Montana, but I don't know if you can see out there. Again, I don't know what you're seeing. Oh, there's my neighbor trying to mow in a side yard, but yeah, we got mountains. See, so from my deck off my bedroom, you can kind of, we're across the hall from my bedroom, but you can kind of get away with seeing mountains and not seeing the whole town in the valley, So anyway, just so cool. So cool. And I don't know, am I too high, too low, just right? Is my head cut off? I don't know. I can't see anything today. My camera's not working. For those of you just joining us, I know I keep repeating that, but I know there's always people coming and going. So. Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, you did see the sunset was extra pretty a few days ago. Yeah, we had a really orangey pink sunset last night and 3 nights ago. Yeah. I would have cried with all the disgusting, filthy energy that surrounds us. It is the earth's natural beauty that reminds me of the purity always prevails. Mother Nature is the true ruler of this life. I so agree, Brianna. Yes. And there are so many times when I've been in those like dark nights of the soul that I've just been like, get me out of here. Like, I don't even care anymore. This is just too hard. This place is just pure evil. Like, what is even the point? And then you see something like that, and it reminds you that there is still love. There is still pure beauty and bliss and love for us to connect to, even though we're in the depths of hell, as it feels like. I mean, yes, many of us have it pretty good for being in quote unquote hell, so to speak, or this fallen world or this matrix. Yes, we still have it pretty darn good comparatively, compared to a lot of other people, for sure. But there are just those moments that remind us almost that this is why we're here. This is what, we can recover those pure parts of ourselves. Not that they're, lost forever. It's just us remembering who we are. Yeah. All right. So we did have a few donations come in, but I definitely did want to share that with you guys because, I mean, it used to be, here, we'll just put it this way. It used to be a very rare thing to see that kind of, what's the word? Activity in the sky that prevalent in a city. Again, these would have been much more vivid and clear and bright and saturated colors if I were, out on one of these old logging roads in the mountain or something. But I didn't plan ahead. But I'm going to be looking up tonight after baseball, I'm going to come home and set myself up good on my little deck outside, and I'm going to watch. I'm so excited. There's a lot more cloud cover today, though, than I would probably like. But hey, if it's meant to be, it'll be, and if not, I'm not going to dwell on it. But yeah, with 3 X-Class flares released today, I'm going to say we're at least going to have a sliver of hope to see something again here where I'm at. Those of you south of Montana area, I don't know. I don't know the visibility factor. And I know there's places you can go online to know. I know Mr. MBB333 talks a lot about this kind of stuff and stuff. So check him out on YouTube, Mr. MBB333. I haven't watched his channel in a hot minute, so I don't even know if he's covered this specifically. Dutch Sense kind of does more earthquake talk, but he might have talked about this recently. Again, I've been kind of slowly rolling out my summer less than 1 hour screen time a day plan already. I've already cut back significantly on just watching YouTube videos or listening to things that, help pass the time. But again, even if it's knowledge and wisdom and stuff, it's still serving as a distraction. So I'm trying to not just be feeding my brain with distractions 24/7. I'm trying to just chill and be and do things as I see fit, like put around in my garden without music, without podcasts, without audiobooks, just to be present in the moment with my garden and the bugs and the beetles and the birds flying by. And it's hard. It's so hard, but I'm trying. Exactly. We still have to open hearts, though. Through all the abuse and poison they feed us, right? And that's why I keep saying it is our spirit that's sustaining us in this realm above all, because like you said, they've poisoned pretty much everything, yet we're still kicking, and many of us still really thriving. And health is wealth, and that's the thing they're really trying to attack is our health, big time. I mean, it's sickening. Like, I could just go on a rant about how intentional, and you don't even have to stretch too far to realize how effing intentional it is. It's just, it's infuriating. It really is. But then you got to transmute that anger into something useful and positive, because yes, we can get worked up and angry all day, but it's about trying to find the solution, or at the very least, how to thrive in a inundated world, rather than just like, well, I guess we're inundated, that like fatalistic kind of surrender. Yes, it is what it is. This is what we've been dealt. This is what we're living in. But what are we going to do about it? And I don't mean to go out and picket and riot and, cause chaos or any of that. No. Just get in that connection with your spirit and allow that spirit to really fill up your physical existence more and more. Just cultivate that connection with your true spirit, and you will be led in the areas, the locations, to the foods, to the people, to the content that is going to better your life, level you up, keep you thriving in this mess down here. And before you know it, hey, who knows? Maybe you'll lift yourself right up on out of this matrix. I don't know exactly how it all works, and I'm never going to claim that I have any of the answers, but that just feels right to me, to just keep going, keep reaching toward your spirit and allowing that spirit to embody who you are, because that is who you are. That is who you truly, your true essence. That is who you are. And when we can remember that and let go of all these masks and, personas that we've held or played or think we have to be, again, it's like healing and peeling. We're also peeling off layers of who we think we are to get to the heart of who we actually are. Had 5 baby birds in our front and backyards, also 3 baby snakes, although poisonous, it was fun. It lit me up to see them thriving. Oh, so cute. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of snakes, but baby snakes are kind of cute, right? Yeah, and if it's a poisonous snake, I'm out, man. I am out. Aw, your mother's death inspired you to be part of the solution. I have the power. Oh, that's so good. Yes. And I mean, you took something as absolutely devastating as losing your dear Mama Monica, and you made something really great with that happen. So that's awesome. All right, let's get into our donation questions. And just so you know, we still have a giveaway and a drawing on the horizon coming up next, coming up at some point. Oh, and as I'm checking my email, it said, it takes money to make money. From May Pack, I think is how you pronounce her name. She's like a content creator for makers. Like she helps makers realize how to market their stuff and all of that. Okay, so we have Marlene with a full read, Michelle with a 1-card read, and last but not least so far, Michelle with another 1-card read. So 2 1-card reads for Michelle and a full read for Marlene. So we're going to kick it off with Marlene. Marlene's question. Let's see if my timer will work today. Let's hope, huh? My phone is acting a fool. All right, so let me read the question before we start the timer, though. So this past weekend, my mom came to visit me and my sister. It's weird. I'm an adult and a mom, but I somehow felt sad that my mom spent most of her time with my sister. I felt triggered to how I felt most of the time as a little girl, just very insecure. I hadn't felt this way in a long time. How can I heal these emotions so I don't get triggered again? Aw, that's so sad. But let's tune in. Let's really get to the heart of what is actually going on with this. What's the root? Let's get to the root, the heart of why Marlene felt triggered with the fact that, her mom spent more time with her sister and just thinking this goes back to being a child and feeling very insecure about this. All right. Ace of Swords. Yeah. So you're tuned in. You have a right to feel triggered. And this actually does feel like it stems from a past life that involved your mom and your sister. But it's interesting because I think the roles were reversed. It was like your sister was the mother, your mom was a brother, and you were a sister in this scenario. But the same dynamic somehow seemed to play out. And even if your sister is younger than you in this life, or, it doesn't matter the birth order, it's like there was always this favoritism or something. More subconscious than actual overt. Like, isn't an overt favoritism. But yeah, it's like an overwhelming, okay, she is a year older. I know my mom didn't do anything. Yeah. But it feels overwhelming. And this is because of a buildup of past life stuff. But I love that we have the Ace of Swords here for you as, kind of advice and wisdom, is that you can pull the energies from that past life and even your past in this life, as a child and those feelings, doing some sort of healing ritual, whatever that looks like to you, maybe even just setting intentions, breathing that energy out as a black smoke or, because your imagination really is key here. Lighting a specific candle. I make these reversal spell candles, which work like a charm. Red on top, black on bottom. You can even order these on Amazon. I think it's like $20 for the big 7-day jar candle. I like making them this size because you can run these for, if you're not going to sit there and burn it all day, maybe 2 hours here, 2 hours there. These will last you anywhere from 3 to 4 days if you're just, doing an hour, 2 hours, snuffing it, not ever blowing it. We don't want to blow our intention away, but snuffing it, either putting a jar over it or a candle snuffer. I like these because it feels to me like they pack a punch and they get the job done in less time. I'm all about saving time if I can. But that's a really powerful way to set these intentions. But let's see. Any advice or wisdom for Marlene in this feeling of triggering? How to resolve this? Yeah, 4 Pentacles. I'm going to pull a clarifier like I do. 4 Pentacles. And I think I set the timer for only 3 minutes instead. Yeah. Again, these are like hooks, almost like chains. I'm seeing them as very thick ropes, chains, something like this from that past life that do need to be cut or cleared. And I would pull them out by the roots because that's going to benefit you much more than just, yeah, we're going to repeat the timer. Okay. That would benefit you much more than just cutting those and then them still kind of hanging from you or still, in your energy field. But let's just see any other advice, wisdom for Marlene to feel like she can overcome this kind of insecurity. Yeah. And there's 2 sisters. So I don't know if you 2 fought over it, not recently, but as kids, or maybe you both kind of tried to one-up each other for attention or accolades or, oh my gosh, you're so amazing. I know my sister and I kind of had back and forth with that with my mom. And usually that kind of back and forth bickering, that usually does come from insecurity. Because someone who's feeling secure, doesn't matter what the other person's doing. But again, this does feel like it stems from past life. But if you do want to address this with some sort of ritual clearing, cleansing of that energy, cord removal, whatever looks best for you, you're going to see quick results. It's not going to trigger you so much. And what I'm getting, just intuitively, is that your sister is actually more insecure than you are. And your mom can sense that and wants to help appease that in her and nurture her maybe a little more because she can sense how insecure. Even if you feel like you personally are like super, super insecure, your sister's even more insecure where your mom's concerned, where the connection with your mom is concerned. We mainly got along, but I always thought she bonded better with my mom. Yeah. But yeah, doing this ritual, you'll be able to move forward. You'll be able to move forward. And even if you do sense or see that your mom is spending more time or giving your sister special attention from here on out, it just won't bother you or trigger you as much because you've done that clearing. So once Marlene does this clearing, what will she experience? Okay. Come on. Get these things. Sorry, yeah. So it might be a tricky situation, just a lot to really, work through. So we have here Ace of Cups, but it's about loving yourself, nurturing yourself, mothering even yourself, and realizing that even if your sister gets more attention from your mom, or your mom seems to love her more or give her extra attention or special attention, it's about you nurturing and loving yourself. And I really love that the Seven, I know this is like the dreaded P word, patience, but the Seven of Pentacles is also about nurturing, tending to your own garden, weeding your own garden, fertilizing yourself, self-care, self-love. And the Ace of Cups at the heart of it all is a card of self-love before we can really start to fill that cup from the love of others. Yes, we can, if we are insecure within our own love for our own selves, we can still, because I don't completely subscribe to you can't love others unless you love yourself. I think each and every one of us does love ourselves on that spirit level. We absolutely, sorry about the loud timer, we absolutely do love ourselves. It's just that more ego, human mind, programming, subconscious crap that makes us feel like we don't love ourselves. But on that deep spirit level, yes, absolutely, we do love ourselves completely unconditionally. It's just going down into the depths of who we are to remember that we love ourselves. And when you can go on that inner love, motherly, nurturing journey for your own energy, you're going to really start to see your cup overflow with love. And weird thing is when you feel like you don't even need that mother's love or attention so much anymore, that's when it comes rushing in, which it just sounds so counterintuitive, but that's what's happening. That's what happens. It's so interesting. I'm a long way from who I used to be, so very insecure, and constantly found my best to truly heal and grow. Yes, and I can totally feel that you have really, really, really grown since this more teenage and younger sister energy, when you were still living at home and all that stuff. You've really grown from this, and it shows. So it's almost like your mom just sensing or even seeing, knowing, hearing about just how, seemingly more secure you are now. It's almost like she senses that your sister's nowhere near the amount of work that you've put in and still needs her to nurture and coddle her in the ways that she used to need her. And you've come a long way. Not that you've outgrown it. I think we all always will want, maybe not all, and maybe not every people, we won't completely generalize it, but most people that have a decent relationship with their mother will always want to feel their mother's love. Absolutely. But it's just the more we can love and nurture and kind of almost go back and reparent ourselves in a lot of ways, that we're not so dependent on our sense of self-worth coming on the heels of just that mother's love. It's almost like that mother's love is now a bonus to that motherly, nurturely love that you have for yourself. So beautiful. So keep going, keep growing, keep peeling back those layers, and kind of do that healing ritual to clear that past life. And I would just say any life or any time, space, reality, and lifetime, because there could even be parallel lifetimes where instead of doing that healing, Marlene, you doubled down and really are just obsessively looking for that mom's love. I don't sense that in this timeline, but there could be past, decisions you've made that have taken you off those timelines, but those timelines are still kind of playing out or running out in tandem with this life that you're living now. Look, The Empress on the back of the deck. So it's like about that mothering and nurturing and loving your own self, which with you raising your 3 girls, this seems almost like you're raising your own inner child right alongside of them, and all the ages and stages that they reach. Even if you're not purposely or intentionally doing it, it's like it's being, that work is also being done as you're, you know, nurturing and parenting your girls as they grow up. But if you can set that intention and also, you know, nurture that inner child, inner teen of your own self as you go along, you can really kick that healing up a notch, or peeling as I'm now calling it. Yes. All right, Marlene, I hope that answered your question. But yes, doing that cleansing, clearing ritual, whatever it looks like specifically for you, will definitely benefit it. And you may, again, you may see that sister's still getting that connection more than you are, but it just won't hit the same. And again, this might take a few different rituals, a few different layers, because depending on how many different past lives were associated. But let's just, we got the timing deck. I know we've gone over time, but let's just see when you will start to see the results of. Okay, so in some month, I'm getting July for some reason. I know that's not that far out, so that's good. From the 26th of the month to the 31st of the month. And ooh, July has 31 days, so that tracks. Look at that. I love it. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know if I'm holding it correctly. Yes. And also, you know, entities can interfere when we have an insecurity of some sort. They can play it up, you know, like, you know, maybe these insecurities can kind of go to the back burner. And then when your mom and your sister are around, these entities might get in your head, in your thought process, and be like, oh yeah, she's giving her more attention. Do you see that? Do you see that? And just all these thoughts that you think are yours actually aren't. But because they're going on in your head, we just assume, oh, that's me, I'm thinking that. Or you just kind of, instead of observing it, you're feeling the emotions that come up as these thoughts are playing out in your head. I've been there so many times with so many different scenarios that I have to remind myself, I'm not actually thinking these thoughts. A lot of times it's the collective consciousness and those deep mortal subconscious wounds that humanity has in general, that hive mind, that collective consciousness, even entity interference as well. It's not you, it's them. And it really is them a lot of times. But when you can heal the root cause of why this is even allowed to come into your thought process, you'll experience those thoughts a lot less. And then they might even just completely disappear altogether. All right, so I hope that helped you. Aw, what a great suggestion. Grief yoga has helped me using movement and breath and sound. I love it. That's exactly right. I do notice I'm doing that with my girls. Oh, I love that. And you're most welcome for the clarity. Absolutely. All right, so let's get to Michelle's first question. Go ahead and post your question, Michelle. We're going to get right into it for you. And then we have 2 1 cards for Michelle, or shorter readings. I just call them 1 cards. It's just easy to say. And then Florence has donated for a full read. So Florence, you can also post your question whenever you're ready. If you haven't already. Sometimes she posts them, but I don't know that she did yet. Okay. Boom, boom. It's so weird not seeing myself. I feel like I'm just talking to the room. At least when I see myself, I feel like I'm talking to at least myself. It's so weird. Okay. So, oh, she must have posted her first question because she's saying, okay, can you do 2 mini reads or 1 big, whatever your intuition says? Okay. Let's see. I only see second. As far as your comments, Michelle, I see sent to 1111s. You can do 2 mini reads or 1 big, whatever your intuition says. And then the next comment I have from you says second. So was there something before that, like a first question? Let me know. But for sure, I can at least dive into what we've got here. So second, I know my back is related to my work as I don't feel stable. Okay, are you seeing what I'm writing? I typed them. Okay, I am only, and again, I can't take a picture to show you because my camera's out. I only saw these are the 2 comments I've seen from you since way earlier when you said hi, I think. Yeah. So the most recent comments I see from you, Michelle, are. Set 2 11-11s. You can do 2 mini reads or 1 big one, whatever your intuition says. And then the next comment I have from you is, second, I know my back is related to my work. So if you posted or typed anything in between that, I cannot see it. And neither can Amber. Okay. So I'm not going crazy. Okay, good. I'm like, I am looking diligently for this question. I don't see it. Okay. So if there was one before that. So first question is, can I get a timing for when I'll leave my job? October just doesn't resonate with me. I feel in my heart it could be sooner. Yes. And that's why I felt that need during that question. It felt very much related to your job search. That October was just too far out. It was just too far out. So let's tune in specifically, tuning into Michelle's true spirit, the timing of getting a new job. Okay, so we had quite a few cards, 3 cards fall into my lap. Okay, so once you have moved on, it is time to walk away and go in a different direction, which makes sense. To go to a new job, you got to walk away from the old. But of course, there's that security, stability of having that next job lined up that most people are looking for before they leave a current situation. Halfway there. You're halfway there. So follow the signs of the universe. Oh, and I forgot to set our timer, so I'll do that. Just so we hit it right. Okay. And then you already know when. Trust your intuition and put faith in what you already know to be true. And that makes sense because you're like, yeah, October just does not resonate with me. So you already know. You already know. So it sounds to me like you're already at least halfway there, because you're over. You're completely over this job. You're done. You want to be literally done with this job as well. So I would just get that going. I would get that ball rolling in whatever direction. If you have a bunch of applications or resumes out, I would just start going down your list. And even if it's been a while, or even if it's just been, I would say don't call them every day or anything like that. But, if it's been a few weeks and they said they'd get back to you and they haven't yet, it's well within your right to follow up. So I don't know if you actually have applied places or not. If you haven't, you're ready. You're ready. You're halfway there. So it's just about putting that one foot in front of the other and getting those applications out, getting those interviews lined up, and taking that next step for yourself. Let's just see any other guidance, advice, wisdom in the timing of Michelle being able to leave this job. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, their cycles are closing, and it's like I'm really seeing you're more than halfway there. There's something about to close out, but it's going to be once you have moved on. Once you have literally started taking steps toward applying here, applying there. If you've already done that, then you're more than halfway there. But you already know. Trust that you know when things are going to shift and change. And I don't know. I know you're not really in a place where oranges grow. But looking up the spiritual meaning of orange, or maybe even utilizing orange scents or orange essence, essential oils, could benefit you in your job search. I know they are like fresh energy. When I think oranges or citrus scents, I think like fresh, brand new path, brand new energy, good new influx of energy coming in. But look up orange scent, spiritual meaning, or orange essential oil, spiritual meaning, and maybe even utilizing these essences in your life can really benefit you on that job search. Any closing arguments, statements, advice for Michelle in the timing of leaving this job and getting that next job? Knight of Swords, get to it. Just get that ball rolling, get moving, get in motion, and you'll pick up what you need to do, that next step, once you just start taking those steps. And yeah, I don't know if you have applied anywhere or not. I'd say if you haven't, now is a great time. Now is a really great time, because you're just sick and tired of this place that you're at, and it's long overdue to go in a new direction that's going to really support you and make you feel that abundance. All right, there's our timer. All right, let's get to your next question, which you have here. I know my back is related to my work as I don't feel stable. Yes. I'm going to physical therapy today. Can I get an idea when I'll feel better and if this therapy will help me? Yes, let's tune in. I already see and sense and feel that you are so much more in control of a lot of this. What's staring at me up from the back of the deck? It's just hilarious how this is. It's the 8 of Swords, which is like that you're stuck, but you're not literally stuck. You just sense or feel or think that you're stuck. Could even be like entities interfering to make you feel stuck. But this can be something that you, especially if you're having pain in one specific area or another, or if it's just in general in the back region, just doing like a body scan, you know, closing your eyes, taking some cleansing breaths, really tuning into your own body, like energy field, and sensing if there's any interference from entities or something you watched on TV. There's so many attacks that come through TV shows, music, movies that you just would never think. But this stuff is constantly, what I see them as like little barbs or like little burrs or like pinpricks in your energy field. And a lot of times when we watch, like something I used to watch a lot, and I've talked about this on the channel a few times, like true crime podcasts, true crime stuff. When I like am in that mindset of like true crime, it's like I see the world as a much darker place. And yes, we know it's a dark place, but it's about not allowing the entities to attach, because they will even hop on these bandwagons of these true crime things and make people even more curious. Like entities can work to feed off of your like anger that this child was allowed to be taken and all these horrible things done, and then they found the body, and you know, crazy stuff that's going on out there. That do you really need to know that to thrive in this world? No. I mean, yes, it's good to be aware that there's evil out there. We all have established that well by now. But I mean, this is just an example. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but even watching like horror movies or a lot of just like reality TV drama, this is just unneeded stuff to your energy that might be affecting you in ways. Got a ton of Reiki, and that helps. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. Anything else, Michelle, about this? Yeah, you're letting something go. You're diligently chipping away and this is you detonating your own tower right here. So chipping away at the things that are causing this stress and chaos in your back. And a lot of times when we don't feel that stability, that security, especially if you hate your job, a lot of people that hate their jobs do suffer from back and stomach pain. So digestive upset. I don't know if that's also your case, but for sure with the back pain, this really is about, you know, feeling like your back's up against a wall. I mean, she's naked. She's completely just not protected, only by her own arms, her own spirit maybe protecting her, like her back's against the wall. And when you can get out of this job and get into something much more supportive, but continuing to do whatever feels right, trusting that intuition with going to this, where you're going for your physical therapy and stuff, trusting that intuition is on point. Timing. When Michelle will feel more stable. Timing. When Michelle will feel more stable, tuning into the timing of her true spirit. Let it be. Enjoy the mystery of not knowing. I'm going to get one more. Oh my gosh. Just tell us, please. It is meant to be a surprise. Okay. But I tried. 2 cards basically saying, shh. Should we try for a third? Let's try for a third. Watch it be very similar. Something just fell from my ceiling. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was like over here. Oh, weird thing. I got up this morning to go pee, and I don't have my contacts or glasses on or anything, and I'm just like, it's still dark, so it's like before, like officially, let's wake up and start our daytime. And my dog always has to come in and follow me when I'm in the bathroom, every time. And so I'm like, you know, half dazed, my eyes are fuzzy. I feel something kind of do this, and then I just see it's like a blur just doing this. And I'm like, move my head, it moves with me. I'm like, oh God, that's a spider hanging off a web from my hair in the dark. Instead of panicking or doing anything like that, I just went like this. And I watched it move with my hand, and I just set it down inside the shower. And then I walked away, and then I went right back to sleep. And then I woke up, I'm like, did that really happen? But to me, spiders are such a good omen about creating your own reality, about manifesting. But let's try one more time. One more time. In alignment with Michelle's true spirit on the timing of feeling more stable. Pushback. Obsessing over timing is causing delay. Can it be any more clear that just focusing more so on working toward that stability rather than when will the stability happen. I think that's what this is trying to tell you. I wish I could give you a calendar date that you could circle in red with a big exclamation point, but sometimes that's not how our spirit works through us. But yes, we did try. So let's, I like that we actually though have the word back on here, because we were asking about your back. It's like almost you're pushing back against feeling this lack of security, stability that will actually help kickstart your new journey to chip away at what's not serving you, detonate that tower of this old job, get that stability, security through a new job, and then, just bringing more of your own spirit online to really, yes, look, the star, bringing more of your spirit online to help with this stability and security for yourself. And I just saw victory on the back of the deck. So yes, putting in the work and things will really start to align, especially if you haven't really started the ball rolling on, applications and stuff or resumes. I don't even know exactly where you've applied or thought of applying, but even just kind of broadening your search, applying for things you may feel underqualified for or even overqualified for, just to see, just to cast your line, cast a few nets out there, because the more you can get that intention out there that, hey, I'm serious about leaving this cruddy job that I'm just sick of, the better off you're going to be. Even if you want to turn down a job or 2 or 3 or 4, that's okay. That's okay, because you'll have options at that point. You'll have options. You'll be off the chat for a bit. Got to drive to pick up coffee. I keep searching and the jobs are very basic and low paying, which is hard. Yeah. And it just might be, especially if you can get a job that pays around what you're making now or even just a little bit more, just to act as kind of a jump or like a stepping stone job, or like not a forever job, but I just need to get the hell out of here job. That would be in your best interest to leave and go in that direction, even if it's just kind of similar pay, just to help kickstart this new energy in yourself. All right. So Florence. I hope that resonated for you, Michelle. Thanks again. So lovely Florence would like to know when my path will get easier. Also, some general guidance from my spirit would be great. Let's tune in. So we have a timing deck today to get when. When will the path get easier for Florence? So let's ask first and foremost. Oh, we have an ad coming. Let me skip it. I don't know why it's doing this to me today. I said, YouTube, leave the ads off, and it never listens. So. All right. Let's set our 6-minute timer. Full read for Florence. So tuning into Florence's true spirit, when will her path get easier? Tuning into Florence's true spirit. It is in the past. Leave it where it belongs. And there's a path on this card. Wow. And when I first pulled it, I thought past said path. I was like almost going to freak out, because we're asking about when the path will get easier. So what I'm mostly gathering from this is it's already getting easier. The worst is behind you. The worst is behind you, and the best is yet to come. But let's get another timing and see when you can really see this in your life. See this manifesting in front of your eyes for Florence. And then we'll get some general guidance right after this. But when will Florence really be able to see that her path has improved and been much easier? When you open the door, it's right there in front of you. Wow. So it's almost like this is what you're looking back at, and this is what's right before you. And it's not that far away. Like I was picking up from this, it's like the worst is behind you, and you're already picking up momentum where things are improving. If you can just kind of look around, the last few days, few weeks, maybe even few months. Yeah, maybe there was a hiccup or a bump in the road here and there, but compared that to the last 3 years and all that's transpired, you're already looking a lot better, just with things being difficult, being hard. You're already looking a lot better just these past days, weeks, months than you have if you look back at all those past 3 years or so. But then you can open that door. It's right before you. And I love, this kind of reminds me of at the Montana Vortex, there is this golden door just out in the middle of the woods. And I'm like, that's so cool. What is this for? And there's a lot of vortexes and stuff. So I thought maybe it has something to do with the vortex. And he goes, I'm calling this the golden door of opportunity. Who wouldn't want to walk through something like that, is what he told me. And he's like, go ahead, walk through it. And I was like, okay. There's nothing, there's just some trees and bushes and stuff around it. There's a path that kind of, like a footpath, not like a official stone path or anything, but like a little footpath that takes you up and kind of a little bit past it. And I'm like, okay. But just this symbolism, the significance of you opening a door, maybe even picturing this in your mind, Florence, opening that door and stepping into a timeline that is much more spirit-led, spirit-supported. But let's get some guidance, just guidance on your path ahead. Because both of these cards are indicating the path that you've been on, the path that you're currently on, the path you be on. Look at that. And not all these cards, have paths on them. Look at this. Not all these cards have paths at all. Not at all. You can watch back what we've gotten to see that there's like hardly any with the path pictured on it. Look at that. So you've gotten 2 cards with paths. This is so significant. Literally trying to answer your question about when will the path get easier. I love that. Spirit is working overtime. And your spirit is very strong, Florence. But let's get some additional guidance for you. Just anything you need to know on your path getting easier in the future. Yeah, there's an ending that's coming that you are ready for. And because there's already a flower poking out of what's died and passed away, as you lay certain beliefs, certain ideas, certain maybe even dreams or desires that you once had, once you lay those to rest and allow them to become part of the past, you can really grow. Use that past energy as that fertilizer, that fertile soil from which to grow these next opportunities, these futures for yourself. All right, what specifically needs to end or be left in the past for Florence's path to improve? 7 of Wands. So this is feeling like you're on the defensive or trying to, I keep hearing this recently on the Mean Girls movie, quit trying to make fetch a thing. So there was something you were trying to make happen, potentially with a friend or family member, or maybe even Nikolai, maybe this is Nikolai's energy. Something you've been trying to make happen or just really hoping will happen that's really holding you back or weighing you down, when maybe possibly cutting those cords or removing any barbs or energy hooks between you and this thing or this person or whatever it is, once you can release or let go of that, you're going to then be much lighter because this thing feels like an anchor weighing you down. Can we get more indication of what this thing or person is? Who is this or what is this? 5 of Pentacles. Someone who's kind of down and out on their luck. This does feel like a person's energy though. So I don't know if this is Nikolai or not, but if this sounds like Nikolai, then I would say this is having something to do with him. If he's between jobs or always, worrying about money or stressing about money, feeling like he's also always on the defensive, or like, oh, just one more month and I'll be able to do this, or one more month or I'll be able to do that. Or if there's another person in your life that's always feeling like this energy. Anything else Florence needs to know about this person's situation that she's leaving behind? 7 of Cups. Okay, too many timelines available for you once you leave this behind. So it's going to be up to you once you cut the cords or remove the energy of whatever this is. There's a lot of potentials opening up with that 7 of Cups. A lot of potentials. So let's see what is the most likely outcome and potential on the path ahead when things start to get easier. What is the most likely outcome of this path getting easier? The Hierophant. Okay. So this is about changing certain belief systems, contracts that you've signed. You're either burning those contracts, ripping them up, either literally or symbolically ripping up some sort of contract, and feeling more in charge or in control of your own spiritual path. And in essence, also in charge of your own just destiny and feeling worthy. And this will open a big door in your love life with that Ace of Cups. Big door in your love life. But this feels like new energy. This is someone new that you don't know yet in this life. I know the timer went off, but let's find out. So a bit slippery energy here. Queen of Swords, I think that was. Yes. So it might take just some more, just moving forward on your path as a single person before this person, this love comes into your life. But speak it into being. I always say that with the Queen of Swords. Speak it into being. All right, what else does Florence need to know about this love in her life on the path ahead? Page of Cups. Oh my gosh. So this is a passionate, creative, just almost childlike, flirty kind of connection that could possibly or potentially lead to pregnancy. This is the pregnancy card, lead to a child, the birth of a child. If you do not want that to happen or that can't happen for you, then this is more metaphorical, that you and this person will create or birth this beautiful relationship, maybe business, maybe home. Something is yet to be birthed as a result of this great love in your life. But this is if you want kids or, fur babies, plant babies, a dream to come true of any kind, holy cow, this is it for you right here. So yes, the best lies ahead of you still. So leaving the past in the past, leaving it behind, then you will be able to open this door into your future when you feel the time is right. And it's right there. It's not that far away. Energetically speaking, time may be a different thing. Let's just ask, when will Florence be able to open this next door of opportunity that really feels like a move in the right direction? Now is not the right time, but very soon is. I'm seeing like end of July going into early August. That's the time frame that's coming into my awareness. But right this minute, meaning now, this now moment is not the right time. There's still maybe more speaking it into being, releasing of these old limiting beliefs or boxes that you've even put yourself into, that others have put you into. Too many options, too many timelines available to just narrow it down. But there is this self-love, self-nurturing, self-care that's coming in that's going to really lead you to that next love in your life. All right, so I hope that resonated for you, Florence. Thanks again for your donations. Always a pleasure to read for you, my dear. All right. Cool. I've been having so much fun with this new timing deck. This is a win, if you ask me. This is a win. Thanks again to my friend Jessa for sending it to me for my birthday. So fun. Putting all the cards away. Who's ready for a giveaway? We've run out of donations, so the time is now. How about a giveaway, friends? How about a giveaway? All right. Giveaway time. All right. Here's the card. So if you're new here or you don't know how this giveaway works, you have to figure out what card I have selected, or kind of it selected us, I guess. What card jumped out of the deck today? And the first person to get what this card is, or guess, or use that intuition, or deliver the right message into the chat, post what card you think it is, will win the reading. You will win the giveaway. And then once we're done with that, everybody who's here and wants to, I will send you a secret code word, and we will enter those present into, and I can't see, I can just see my reflection on the screen. The pouch here. Oh, my Tarot sign was down this whole time. See, I didn't even know because I can't see myself. So I didn't even know. Oh, this was a gift from my sister. Isn't this cute? So fun. All right. If it'll stay, let's hope it stays. My kids, specifically Wrigley, he will come in here and sit with his feet usually on the second rung of this thing, and he just does this. And it shifts and moves, and yeah. But here we go. At least our pouch has not fallen down. That's what we're here for. So weird. My thing is plugged in, but I don't see the light on it. There it is. Okay. All right. So I don't see it yet. So I'm going to narrow it down. It is a major arcana energy. Major arcana. And I hope you can see the card. If not, here it is. Well, not the front of it anyway, but the back at least, to really tune into the energy of this card. What is it? It's a major arcana. We know that much. But which one? And hot tip, we have not drawn this card yet today. So that kind of opens up a few opportunities. We've gotten a lot of major arcanas today. So think of one we did not draw at any point today. If you've been here the whole live stream, you have a leg up in the competition. All right, we're Closing in on it. I can feel it. It feels like maybe the last handful of cards that no one's selected yet. Good guesses, guys. Good guesses. I don't even remember off the top of my head what number this card is. I'm getting one intuitively. I think it's the 12th card, but I don't know. Let me look. Let me look it up. I could be completely throwing you guys off. I don't even know. Let's see. It is. It is the 12th tarot card. So put it in. Which is the 12th tarot card? If you know that, you can easily get it. It's the one probably most forgotten if you're trying to recall all the major arcana. There it is. Boom. Florence, the Hanged Man. Oh, and Brandy Lynn got it. Okay, so we have 2 winners because I messed up. I saw first Florence, but then Brandy Lynn actually had it above. So we have 2 winners today, Brandy Lynn and Florence B, the Hanged Man. So ladies, go ahead and post what question you would like to have answered, and we will get into it for you. And for everybody else, put a 777, and you as well. You, not just everybody else. You can also put a 777, the ladies that won. And we will get you entered into today's and the perpetual drawing. All right, so 777. Oh, it's the first time you won. I'm so happy for you. Well, there you go. Heck yeah. All right, so let's get some names written out. And Florence and Brandy Lynn can also think of questions, and we'll just answer them in the order you ladies post them out. But we'll do both of your questions. All right, so Michelle. And Marlene. And I'll show you guys the names as I do once we put them in the pouch. Amanda F. And Brandy Lynn. And for those of you just joining us, I'm very heavily leaning toward reopening the Done Creative and just doing the intuition tests over there starting sometime in June, sometime in the summertime. I do miss the quick little edits and stuff that I used to do for my pick of cards and my intuition tests. So I think it's time, even if no one sees them, just for my own creative and happy fun. And for those that can see them, let's do it. How's that sound? But again, once baseball's over, I can't bring on anything new except candle orders. That's the one thing I'm doing at this time until baseball's over. Yes. Okay, Brandy and Lynn. Amber 9 in. And just enough that I had written out, but usually people will still check on in. Okay, Florence B. Paper keeps moving. Okay, so let's get these ladies into our... Oh, we're going to add Brianna here too, real quick. I just ran out of slips, so I'm going to have to cut a couple more for next time and the rest of today. Good, my scissors are there. Sometimes my kids mess with them or move them or use them to open pomegranates and get them all sticky, you know, fun things. All right, so crazy that I came in at this time. I just got finished getting dressed for your interview. Oh, that's so exciting. We wish you nothing but positive, happy, independent, and abundant vibes in your wonderful, wonderful interview. You're going to knock it out of the park. Love it. Okay, let's cut some slips here for Brianna and whoever else joins a little later here. All right. So hot tip for anyone on this live stream or any other, if you're kind of coming in at any point and you see a bunch of numbers in the chat, also put those numbers and I'll enter you into our drawing. Because I will honor that 777 all the way through the live stream. So let's add Brianna. And my fan is blowing the names around. Okay, make sure I have them all. So Brianna, and again, I don't know if you can see these or not, because I can't see my screen today. My camera's not showing up for whatever reason. Marlene, let's get her entered as well. Florence B, in no particular order here. Amanda F, Brandy Lynn, Michelle, and Amber 9N. All right, let's enter and scoop and scoop and scoop and scoop. And let me just see. So Brandy Lynn, also post your question. Post your question. All right, here's today's drawing winner. We have, drum roll please, Pika Lee. And this is from a while back. She's not here today, but I will go ahead and timestamp her reading, unless she's here and just joining us. Sometimes she does that, but we're going to write Pika Lee on here, and I will timestamp a quick card pull for her before we go today. So for the lovely ladies who won, the first question I see is Florence. So we have the Hanged Man to kind of preempt this reading for you. Pika Lee's name's going to blow away, so let me turn my fan down just a bit here. I didn't even realize it was on that highest speed. So weird. Okay, she's thinking. That's okay. You have some time. We have Florence's question here, but I'm going to go ahead and put this up zipped because knowing my kids, they will knock it down. So we don't want that. All right. So let's see. Would like to get some clarification on my previous reading. Is the person, Nikolai, I should let go of? Ooh, let's tune in. Let's tune in. Let's tune in. And I feel like we're going to go to this tarot deck. Okay. Is the person Florence is letting go of from her previous reading today, Nikolai, tuning into Florence's true spirit for the answer? Is this person she's letting go of Nikolai? The Magician. It's someone with spiritual abilities and gifts. It does feel masculine to me with the Magician energy, because normally like the feminine magician to me is more the High Priestess. We're asking about specific people. So we have 3 more cards here. 7 of Bells or 7 of Cups. So could be a couple people actually. There's a couple people here. Creator of Bells, so Queen of Cups, trust your intuition, and then 2 of Vials, or no. Bells are, what are Bells? Let me double check what Bells are, because I think Vials were Cups. Vials are Cups, which is the 2 of Cups, which is someone you've been romantically interested in. Maybe even a couple people you've been, okay, this makes so much sense. Just clearing your past crushes, unrequited love, lovers, live-in boyfriends, husbands, whatever, any love connection from your past, clearing those cords, yeah, they're still tied to you. They're still tethered to you in some way, and they're holding you back from finding that true love or fully stepping into that embodiment of your true spirit in this physical body that will attract what is actually meant for you. That's not just this karmic lesson. So in this deck, the Bells, I think, would be Wands. But let me just circle through, because the Tomes, okay. Yeah, and then on the back deck, another Hanged Man. So 2 Hanged Mans. Yeah, there's something holding you in place, or kind of in this, like, what's the word? Like holding pattern. Okay, so Candles are fire. So Bells would be swords. That makes sense. That, like, communication. So chakra. So 7 of Swords. Yeah. Literally, he's cutting these cords from the past. There could be up to 7 different energies. And it doesn't just, if you've only been involved with a handful of people in this life, this could be also past life interference. We never want to negate the fact that, oh no, it's just this life. It's just this life. No, there's so many layers to what's actually going on here. We can't even see his eyes. So I'm getting almost like a 2 of Swords vibe from this as well. Like there might be some confusion or wondering, well, how deep does this go? Just do some sort of ritual or clearing or cleansing or cord removal that includes also other lives, parallel lives, past lives, future lives, all lives. All lives matter in this endeavor here. All of the lives. We're clearing it all, cleansing it all. And then the Creator of Bells or Creator of Swords, Queen of Swords, speak it into being. We were talking about that in your other readings. So yeah, I would say this is at least Nikolai, but maybe a bunch of other past connections. Whether these were even like a celebrity crush you once had, or anything. This could be just anything. But let's see any guidance or wisdom for Florence in clearing, cleansing, cutting, removing these cords to then be able to move forward on her path. Nikolai and all. Nikolai and everyone else. Prayer, hope. Yeah, you're going to feel free. Look how free. I mean, just throwing your hands up, just feeling free. By clearing, cutting, removing these cords, these energies, these barbs, these hooks, just whatever's holding you back from really fully loving yourself and having that true love that is a requited love, not an unrequited love. All right, so I hope that resonated. So yeah, it is Nikolai, but not only Nikolai. And I think that's where that Seven of Cups came in. There, so many different ones or so many different options, and maybe even from past lives that are still kind of interfering in your being able to move on from that path that felt very heavy and stifling. All right. So I hope that resonated for you. So skip ad again. Oh my gosh. So Brandy Lynn. Okay. All right, I picked pile 2 for the collective and asked for feedback about a good publication date because my deck seems good with any date. 9 and 10 of Cups keep popping up. The first card was when you are truly happy. Are you kidding me? Right? I know, right? My question is, is that hoping for something more specific on what I should do to prepare? Okay, so let's go back to the timing deck and just see if we can get just tuning into only Brandy Lynn's energy from the pile 2 energies. What does she need to know about the timing of publication, first and foremost? What does she need to know about the timing of publishing? New moon. So it's going to be most likely near new moon. I know that doesn't narrow it down quite a lot. Must get clear on your intentions and know which direction you're going in. And that could just be the fact that now your kind of whole publishing ideas kind of went up in the air with like, how exactly am I publishing? Is it this format, this place, that place? Do I continue my path? What is it? So once you really do decide, okay, this is how I'm doing it. This is what I'm going through. This is how I'm marketing myself. I mean, you don't have to figure out everything, but at least figure out the what and the where. You know the what with what it is you're publishing. And now the where. Where are you publishing? And the who, that's up to you. I just heard that's kind of rhymes. That's funny. So the who, it's like, who are you hoping to reach? That's with your marketing. So figuring out the who, the what, you already have the what, and then the where. Once you figure out those 3 things very solidly, the how will really start to present itself. And then once the how presents itself, meaning exactly how you're publishing them, maybe you know where, but not exactly how. So all the nuance of how does one publish in the way you're going to eventually publish. And then by that next new moon, after you figure that out, you'll know what your publishing schedule will look like from there. All right, so let's just see any advice. Some more specific on what you should do to prepare. Yes, advice on what Brandy Lynn should do to prepare in alignment with her true spirit. The moon! And we just got that new moon energy, and then, which is the new moon, November 1st, which is the new moon. Well, ding, 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 ding. Something to do with a moon cycle of some sort. So, boom, there you go. Which is new moon, Scorpio sun, moon, ascendant in Western. I get why I'm not super clear answers because everything is shifting under our feet in the pub world. Yes, absolutely. But let's just get any other indication, clarification, anything else for advice for publishing and how to prepare for Brandy Lynn in alignment with her true spirit. Dreamer of candles. And candles are fire. Dreamer is queen. Sorry. No, page. So Page of Wands, inspiration, an idea dropping in, news coming in. Maybe you watch a YouTube channel or video of somebody talking about this new thing. Or maybe they're creating a whole new platform that doesn't exist yet, which is what you're going to go with. There's something new and exciting and creative coming in that maybe you don't know about. Let's get further clarification on that, because now I want to know. What is this new thing? What is this new thing? Does it already exist, or is this completely brand new? Don't give me the fool. Don't give me the fool. Okay, good. I'm like, is it completely brand new? Like completely starting over again? Okay, so we have the creator of vials, which is the Queen of Cups. So trust your intuition on, you know, one pro versus con versus this pro versus this con. You know, you're going to have to trust your intuition ultimately on that happy outcome. And then 10 of Cups. So there you go. There's your 10 of Cups. Boom. Look at it. And then the Diviner, High Priestess. So you have help from your true spirit to know the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and the how. Who, what, where, when, why, how. Them cups, right? Boom. So yeah, it's like the answers are already there, but it's like trying to put all the pieces together. and if certain things aren't, created yet, we have the Visionary here, which is the Hierophant in this deck. So, Hierophant is a very traditional card, but this is not a traditional Hierophant. So you're going to be doing things seemingly traditional, but in an untraditional way. I don't even know if that makes sense, but you make sense of that what you will. Trust your intuition on all of this because it's leading you to the correct place that's going to be in your highest alignment. Very good. Very cool. Exciting. So we still maybe don't know the exact date, but yeah, new moon, November 1st, that feels right to me. Even if there's some new and improved and exciting, hyped up platform where people are publishing. I mean, who knows? One could come out tomorrow. One could come out 3 months from now. Like, we don't know that for sure, right? And maybe the whole plan that we have just doesn't, the platform to put it out on doesn't exist yet. So like all those pieces aren't even on the table, let alone put into place. You know what I mean? So there's some element that's yet to even materialize on your table but with that Visionary card and that Diviner card, the Hierophant High Priestess that came out, it's almost like you'll shift to a timeline where those puzzle pieces that are currently maybe missing or kind of head scratchers are going to now be appearing on the table before you. Yeah. Oh, and this reminded me of something really crazy. We bought a bunch of, they were like $1 something a piece. So we bought like 4 onion powders, 4 garlic powders, just like the Walmart brand ones. And I was putting them away, but I opened one because I completely ran out with the soup that I made the other day. So I finished off what we had, and then I opened the new onion powder container. And so I opened it, took the seal off of it, and there was no little grid, or what do you call it? The shaker thing, the little plastic piece with the holes in it, so you can shake the powder out and not just dump it out. Well, that thing was missing. And I'm like, oh man, well, it's okay. I want a lot of onion powder in my soup anyway, so it's cool, it's fine. So I just kind of carefully shake what I want in there, and then I put it back. And then before I'm about to toss my old onion powder container, I'm like, ooh, I can put the old one, they just kind of snap off. I can put the old one on my new one. So I go, this is within maybe 30 seconds, a minute of me putting the new one in the thing and being ready to toss the old one. So I pop that off there, go to open my cupboard to pull out the new one, open it up. The grate is on there, or whatever that thing's called. It's on there. I'm like, what? I'm like, was it hiding on the top of the thing? Like, what? Maybe, but like, I would have seen it, I think. I would have seen it. I was like dumbfounded for a hot minute there. And I'm like, I had a solution, so why is there weird? Why can't this happen when I have no solution and need help? Why? Oh, I don't know. So crazy though. I was like dumbfounded. But anyway, I don't know what that has to do with your question, but there it is. It's there. All right, I'm going to timestamp for Pika Lee. We're at 1:43:48. Pika Lee in the house. Well, she's not in the house. That's why we're timestamping. But you won our drawing today, Pika Lee. And this was from a while ago. I was using that purple colored pencil at the time. So colored pencil. For Pika Lee, let's just see what she needs to know. How about this? We have this new timing deck, which is so fun. So if you want to pause, which you have the ability to do because you're watching the replay, go ahead and pause and think of a question you want to know a timing related answer to, because this is the mystical timing oracle that I got for my birthday from my friend Jessa, and we have been having so much fun with it this live stream. I'm also hearing if you wanted to do the pick a card portion at the beginning of the live stream to get even more clarification on whatever we pull out of here, you can do that. So think of your timing question, like when will X, Y, or Z happen, or when blah, 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 blah. And here is the answer for Pika Lee. What does she need to know about the timing question she has in mind? In Virgo season, so about August 23rd to about September 23rd. So if you are more following Vedic or Babylonian astrology, this is going to be even later than these dates. But you can check those, check your local listings, as they used to say. But if you do follow more Western astrology, then these dates are pretty solid for you. Okay, Pika Lee, I hope that answered your question. And then after a massive change has occurred. So there's going to be a massive change occurring between now and this Virgo season to really orchestrate the timing of whatever you're asking about. All right, so I hope that resonated for you. That deck is a lot of fun, but I can't be trusted with it. I know, right? I just tried messing around with it for my own means, and I kept getting the, shh, it's a secret, or you're focused too much on the outcome. I kept getting cards like that, and I'm like, ah! So I only tried to ask a few questions, but they all were basically like, you don't need to know. Quit trying to know. You don't need to know. And I'm like, okay, I'll take that as a sign I don't need to know. But I'm glad it was a little more forthcoming for some of you today. Maybe not so much pile 2 with the when you're truly happy. That can mean anything. I mean, usually it can mean one thing, but what does that mean to me? Maybe that's why you got the idea for her to go back to the collective. Ooh, there you go. There you go. That's probably why. Because we uncovered not just timing, but like advice and guidance around the timing on the pick a card section portion. Which I hope I didn't just spoil by saying what I just said. But maybe she already clicked off and went back to that, or just left. Maybe, who knows? Time will tell. Anyway, that's going to be it for me because yes, we have run out of donations and I'm getting really hungry. I did like a 2-day fast, which was not easy, but I made it. 48 hours plus, let's see, 7, plus another 12-ish, 13-ish hours. So what is that? 48 hours plus 12, 50, 60 hours. I fasted for 60 hours. And then I've just been trying to do better and eat healthier this week. And I just feel a lot better. And the clarity, like the mental clarity that came to me by day 2 on that fast. And I've only tried and attempted a fast like that one other time. And I only made it 49 hours before I had a massive migraine. Not a migraine in sight this time, thank goodness. But this is something I'm thinking of doing maybe every 2 months or so if I feel called to do it, because just the mental clarity I received on Sunday, I was just like, sign me up. Yes, the hunger pains are not fun, but by day 2, I was doing pretty okay with it. That's the difference I think this time was I was also doing like V8 juice, and I did a couple glasses of cranberry juice, but not like a full 8-ounce glass, more like a 6-ounce glass. Just as I was just like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm super hungry. I'm going to crack. Let me just take a thing of juice. Of course, I drank a lot of water, gave myself about 10 minutes. Then I drank my juice. Then I gave myself another 10 minutes. Then I drank a lot more water. They say not to try to mix a bunch of liquids with your food or even just juices because it kind of waters down your, like the digestive enzymes. So I try to be careful about drinking drinks with my food, just kind of as a rule for myself anyway. So I try to give myself about 10 minutes before and after eating or drinking the juices. But yeah, the V8 almost felt like I was being able to drink like tomato soup or something, which if you're not a tomato juice fan, it's probably not going to be your cup of tea, so to speak. But I love tomato juice, so it was fine with me. It felt like a meal, and I felt satisfied for hours after that. Just keeping up with drinking water anytime I felt like a little bit hungry, and it worked. And I think 6 different times throughout the day I had a glass of juice. And I had four glasses of V8, and then the other 2 were kind of interspersed with a cranberry juice here and there. Yeah. And that was enough to, with the, not eating anything else, to help really facilitate that brain fog just kind of dissipating. The fog just dissipated, and I felt so good. I probably could have fasted a full other day, but I kind of had a game plan with my meal planning on Sunday. I did a bunch of meal planning prep for the week, which now yes, V8. So it's V8, like the letter 8. So let's see, we'll type it. V8. So it's basically like tomato, celery, and other vegetables that are pureed into a juice, and they sell it just in cans or in like a big bottle. I just bought the big bottles of it, just 2, but I didn't even have to crack open that second one at all. But I had it just in case I got really hungry and was gonna cave. Yeah, and if you like tomato stuff, you'll probably be okay with it. And it's funny because my boys don't like cut up tomatoes in anything. Like, they just like, ew, no, gross. Take it off my sandwich. Take it off my whatever. But they like V8 juice and tomato soup and pizza, obviously, with like pizza sauce. They love spaghetti. So they like pureed up tomato, but they're not fans of like chunks of tomato on anything. So yeah, I like tomatoes, so it's not a problem for me. Anywho, I'm gonna go. So thanks again, you guys, so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. It's so weird I can't see myself here. But I will be back. I will be back on Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And we still have another few weeks on our kind of, what's the word, like amended schedule here, where we do Wednesdays at 11 a.m. I think probably starting that second week of June. Yes, because school's out on June 7th, which is a Friday. And then that following Wednesday, which would be the 12th, 13th, somewhere in there maybe. Let me check the calendar dates here. Tune up to next month. I need the year view so I can get to the next month. Okay, so yeah, by June 12th. Okay, so I was close. By June 12th, so on June 12th, we're going to be back to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Yes. It's school's end next week. Yeah, a lot of places are ending like the 31st of May, I've heard. So that's interesting. But yeah, usually we're like into the first or second week of June, so it's about average for us, which we didn't even take any snow days at all this year. But instead of giving the kids snow days, they just really go heavy on the field trips at the end of the year. So I think Wrigley's had like 4 field trips in like a month, and he's got one more coming up to like the local carousel. It's a really cool place with this like big wooden like play place type playground thing. It's really fun for kids of all ages. So they get to go there sometime. I think is that next week? Yeah, next week. So I'm gonna volunteer for that. It is on my anniversary, which is the 23rd, which I think is a Thursday, because Boston also has a band concert that night. We'll have to miss baseball unless they reschedule, because I think at least 4 or 5 of those kids on his team are all in band. I don't know, they might go on without him if they have enough players. They have 14 players, 9 people have to play. They probably have enough players. Let me just double check the date next week. Yeah, it'll be a Thursday, so it won't interfere with our daily Wednesday and Friday schedule for live streams. So I'm going to be chaperoning or volunteering to help out on that field trip. So I will not be home. So Brandy Lynn, if you're still here, I will not be writing with you that day, because it's early in the day, like 8:30 to noon my time, I think is the time, or whenever lunchtime is. They'll be back in time for lunch at the school. So pretty much from the start of school until lunch, they'll be on the field trip, back in time for lunch. But I think that already, because I'm 2 hours behind you, Brandy Lynn, puts us out of the time we normally meet. But that'll be May 23rd. And that's my 15-year wedding anniversary as well. Not tomorrow. next Thursday. So we're good for tomorrow. We're good for tomorrow. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go, you guys. Thanks again. I already did my thing. So I'm just going to say bye. So fun. All right. I love you guys so much. And I hope to see you next time. Is it not going to let me end the stream? Okay, good. It's going to let me end. There was one time it wouldn't let me end and I didn't know what to do. So I just closed out my browser and it kind of, it kept going, I think, for like 40 minutes. And then it finally just like, oh, I guess she's not here anymore. Like I closed out and went on my phone and I'm still live, but like I had completely, because there was no option to end the stream. I mean, this was back when I was over with my like done creative canvas background and my moon shelf background on this wall over here. That was a long time ago. But anywho, we're going to end the stream and I'll see you next time. All right. See you Friday. Bye.